Who is essential? Who is in form? Who has got the fixtures?
Who?
This is the FPL Transfer Matrix, helping you make the best FPL transfers every game week. And this is what my FPL Transfer Matrix looks like right now to help you make the best FPL transfers possible. I say that, most of us just wildcarded, so we shouldn't be looking at transfers straight away, right? But then some of us just wildcarded, and that's all I need to say. The rest is unlucky. But in my essential section, I have gone for Haaland, Salah, and Palmer. Now, if you try and fit all of them in your FPL team, you're probably going to end up playing 5-a-side FPL instead because you have absolutely no budget. So even though all of them are essential, I don't think all of them are essential to have together, but you need at least one, realistically two. If you can somehow get to 3, then Bob's your uncle, but yeah, Bob's gonna also have to be playing because you won't get any budget for anybody else. All 3 of them have been absolutely incredible this season though, and you know, for their price, Palmer's actually more essential, but then, you know, you would be a little bit more confident captaining somebody like a Haaland over a Palmer. In my opinion, anyway. In the form section, we have some players that are very, very tasty, you know, and other players we don't really want to touch ever. Like, why is Dwight McNeil all of a sudden turned into Messi, scoring all these goals? Like, what? But we have the Villa boysies in Watkins and Rodgers, but their fixtures are not too great right now. We have Mbeumo, who had bad fixtures, but now has got better fixtures. Jackson, who hasn't quite got the fixtures either, but he's still getting the points. And then players like Raul Jimenez, who, you know, we thought he was going to be the Munez and score all the goals for the Fulham. Turns out Raul Jimenez is the one instead. And Martinelli, Konate, yes, they're good, but again, they have better players for their team. So even though they've got the points recently, they're probably not the best picks for their team, never mind for our teams. In the fixtures section then, a bit of a mixed bag. Man City have, on paper now, the best 3 upcoming fixtures. But our Man City is pretty much Haaland or no one. I mean, I've got Rico Lewis, but even that is like, you don't need him, right? I want him for those good fixtures, but it's, yeah, I'm not going to be like, right, make sure you take hits just to get him in, because, yeah, it might not even work out. So you do have some other spicy boys like a Jack Grealish, like a Foden, but right now, they're all differential. We all have no idea if any of them are even going to score any goals other than Haaland, or even play for that matter. So yeah, all a bit risky, but if they get the big boy points, if they get the big boy goals, then all of the points for you, because all of them are pretty spicy differentials right now. And then next to them, we've got Ipswich and Leicester. Now are green fixtures for Ipswich and Leicester even good fixtures? Because they are the good fixture. So, you know, yes, they could have good fixtures and lose 3-0 every game. I like it. But, again, if you want some spicy differentials, maybe somebody like a Liam Delap who just scored a brace for the Ipswich. Maybe somebody like a James Justin who also just scored a brace, but for the Leicester. Realistically, though, we're probably not going to be targeting these teams with their fixtures. But you never know. If you're a proper fixtures manager, you want to plan a bit more ahead with those good fixtures in mind, then maybe those are the ones to go for. I mean, they might not get you points, but, you know, at least you got the good green fixture on there. But maybe you want to spice it up even more with some spicy game week punts. So right now, I have a Trossard against Southampton. He did just get a red card, had that red card rescinded, and then scored the next game, so that's pretty impressive. We've got a Bowen who, West Ham are being proper bubble blowers right now, but he don't look like good at all. But Ipswich still conceding all the goals, even though they're playing quite well. And we know Bowen, he's just a baller, so he could be good there. We have Evan Nilsson from a Bournemouth here, who at the time of recording hasn't scored a goal for Bournemouth yet, which is, you know, good. But he does play Southampton on Monday, so if he has scored by then, everybody's looking at him. All of a sudden, he's no longer a spicy differential. But playing as the main striker in an attacking team, and probably on penalties, again, Leicester, yeah, you've got to have him in for a differential who's actually under 1% owned as well. And then finally, Carvalho, a cheap budget Boise for the Brentford, and he did just get an assist in the last game. I mean, it's one of those assists that's not really an assist, but, you know, we'll take it. And maybe against the Wolves here, he could be chomping on some more points. But right now, the only transfers any of us are really considering is just how to get Cole Palmer. Now, I myself just wildcarded. If I wanted to get Palmer in, it would have to be like a Saka and somebody else out. But realistically, for the fixtures in the next couple, Saka's actually better. So no, Palmer, I'm going to pretend you're not Cole. I'm going to pretend you didn't just score 4 goals. I'm not going to get him in. But whatever transfers may be best for your team, whatever transfers and players you may be looking at, this matrix right here is here to help you know all of the essential players, know all of the form players, know all the fixture players, and even some of those spicy game week punts if you want somebody for just 1 or 2 weeks. But that's going to be all for the best transfers in the transfer matrix this week. Thanks for watching, and also remember,
don't be a cheeky scrub. Subscribe to Nathan Bacon right now. Don't let your memes be dreams.